I really wanted to shoot this video saying that I found the best deal in audio. A wireless 32-bit float lavalier mic system for a fraction of the cost compared to the competitors. Unfortunately, that is not what I came across. At least somewhat. Let me explain. This is the Comica BooMax Wireless Microphone system. For the price point of these microphones, they get a lot right, but there's one major flaw that I've come across that I want to break down in this video. Now, first and foremost, I want to say thank you and give a shout out to Comica. I reached out to them to collaborate with them for a video review of the BooMax microphones, and they was gracious enough to actually reimburse me on my purchase of the microphones. So definitely a big shout out to them and thank you for the opportunity. Now, what you get with these microphones is very comparable to the DJIs, which unfortunately I bought these out of frustration of the problem I had with these microphones, which I'll get to here in a minute. Much like the DJIs, these come with a nice leather case. You open it up, you have this leather strap that actually holds the case in the middle. It comes with your cable to connect it to your camera. It comes with a Type-C to Type-C cable, but also with an A adapter attached to it. You hook it to your computer or your phone. And then you got two wind muffs. When you open the case, you get the battery indicator, letting you know how much percentage left on the case itself, which of course recharge the receivers and transmitters. When you open the case, the receiver has a touch screen on it to let you know how much battery percentage left on both transmitters as well as the receiver. Transmitters both have very good build quality. The receiver build quality is just as good. You have your line out and your headphone jack to monitor your audio directly from the receiver. I have one of the transmitters in my hand, and so you can monitor audio gain and levels right from the receiver itself. This is able to record in stereo, mono, and a backup track. Just like the DJI microphones, it has a little jog wheel to navigate through different settings. If you press and hold, it'll take you to the menu. Now, despite the screen being so small, it's very usable and easy to navigate. You have a number of different modes and different settings. You can start and stop recording right from the transmitter, or right from the receiver. You can monitor your audio along with a ton of other things, but you can also compare it to the Comica app. So here I have the Comica app, which is available on both iPhone and Android. And as I speak into the microphone, you can see the gain level spike. You can also control the gain and mute and denoise and everything right from the app itself. And so you find yourself a little bit of a distance from the camera, you can use the app itself to control the microphones. Now, before I got these wireless microphones, I actually had a set of wireless microphones already. I got the newer CM28s. I have these microphones for a little while now, and I've used them a handful of times. These microphones, in comparison to what you get with these, don't quite match up. You got your transmitter, which you can monitor your gain levels and stuff, but it's not touchscreen. You can't really do anything else from it. There's a host of other features the Comica microphones have that these don't. The main feature and the main reason I wanted these Comica microphones is because they record 32-bit float internally.
But what's 32-bit float?
I'm glad you asked, fictional character that I just made up in my head. 32-bit flow is basically audio that gives you a lot more dynamic range and flexibility when in the editing process. So say for instance, you recorded something, you didn't properly set your gain levels, maybe the audio is too high, maybe it's too low. You can adjust all that in your post-production process without it clipping or having a actual problem. Now, of course, when recording, if you spike your audio, it clips, you basically just lose that audio and just completely clips out. You don't have to worry about any of that with 32-bit flow audio. So the one feature, the allure of me to these microphones is the one thing that does not work.
You had one job.
So like I said, it does 32-bit internally, which means it writes that audio to the actual device, to the actual transmitters. While connected to the camera will still record the audio when it's connected to the receiver with the appropriate cables and stuff, but it also should record audio directly to the device itself. And that in itself is the only way to get the 32-bit flow audio. So I did a couple of different video shoots. I actually shot the review for this and a couple other things. And when I went to go check the audio and I connected to my computer to grab the audio off the device, which has 32 gigs of storage, which is actually, I think, more than the DJI, and I think the new ones only have like 8 gigs of storage. When I brought the storage up on my computer, all I got was 1 kilobit.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
So basically 20 to 30 minutes of audio completely gone, just not there.
You don't have.
And I tested this several times. Like I said, the audio to the camera is there, but I don't have what I want, the 32-bit float. Now say for instance, I did 10 different shoots. Out of those 10, only 3 of them will actually have the audio internally recorded. Not gonna lie, this made me so frustrated I went and bought the DJIs. I've had these microphones roughly about 2 to 3 weeks, and I have reached out to Comica in the last few days or so about this issue. And I went on Amazon and found that I'm not the only one that has this issue, but however, from what I can tell, it's not a widespread issue. On Amazon, I only found 2 other reviews that had the same problem, where they shot and was relying on the internal audio and didn't get it, well, internal memory and didn't get it. Now I've come to the conclusion I'm gonna send these back to Amazon and try to swap them out. And hopefully maybe I just got a bad unit, but I got the DJIs just in case, because I do have an event coming up in which the 32-bit float will be very useful. Now, outside of the problem with the 32-bit flow, I still at least recommend them, but I can't give them a 100% stamp of approval. The 32-bit flow is a very alluring feature, and like I said, the main reason I wanted these microphones, because other microphones like the DJI and the Rode microphones, they do that, but they're roughly like these are almost $400. And right now the Comicas are actually on sale for 150 bucks. If you're not gonna be relying on 32-bit flow and you just want something to record the audio directly to your camera, it can do that just fine, no problem at all. Actually, here's actually a little sample of the audio as well. Just my look as soon as I come outside to try to get some audio for this video review, it starts sprinkling. So now I gotta hope I get enough audio before it starts raining and my camera gets wet. Anyway, this is a pretty good little distance. I'm in my backyard with the uncut grass. Don't judge me. I don't feel like being out here in the summertime. So that's a grasshopper. Anyway, again, if you're recording audio directly to your camera or directly to your phone and you're not relying on 32-bit flow, I still would recommend these. Hopefully, if you pick them up, you'll get a better unit than I got and you still have access to that feature. But right now, I don't. At least it's not reliable. Like I say, out of 10 times, maybe only 3 recordings actually had the audio there. So I am gonna send these back and hopefully swap them out for a better unit. If so, cool. If not, at least I have a backup for right now. That's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video.